if you wanted to take a look at it from the last time. It's not bad. All right, stand by, everybody. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Rituro here with another episode of Blue and White, my video review, video diary, let's play of Football Manager 2014, specifically with the Vancouver Whitecaps in Major League Soccer. Our featured match today will be the second leg of FC Edmonton Vancouver, the Canadian Championship semifinal. We go into this leg with a lead. We'll get to that in just a second. First things first, the cup hangover. Apparently it's real. Vancouver have only just pulled themselves out of the basement. Still technically tied with Chivas USA on 8 points, which is abysmal. Absolutely atrocious. Only 11 goals scored versus 15 allowed. It's almost like selling off Darren Maddox and Nicolas Mosquita had a negative effect on the team. Who can say? Regardless, Le has been signed. He will be coming in a very short amount of time, a couple months, I believe, and we cannot wait for him to show up. Perhaps more importantly, we finally have Jason Holt and Ivan Estrella back from injury, which has helped out immensely. Looking forward to getting them back to full match fitness and contributing to the team as only they can. And it's a good thing they have, too, because our fixture congestion has just been atrocious as of late. This is the slightly less busy version. Now, we still haven't included, assuming we get a win against FC Edmonton in today's featured match, these matches will be moved to make way for the final against what looks to be Toronto, though Montreal could surprise them, you never know. And the match fixture congestion will continue. I mean, look at this. We had a Portland match on a Friday, followed by Chivas on Sunday, then FC Edmonton Wednesday, Seattle Saturday, LA Monday, then more matches Wednesday, Saturday, and probably more Wednesday, Saturday, because I'm hoping we get a win today. It's just nuts. Thank goodness we are getting people back from injury, and our squad depth has been proving itself. Thank goodness. Do want to show off very quickly what the board is thinking of our cup hangover here, of our complete inability to really assert ourselves on the league. As we head to the boardroom, it's okay. I mean, I've gone from my job security being untouchable to very secure, which is not wonderful, but it's okay. Our club stature is great. Salaries are great. Squad harmony is fantastic, which is always a very good thing. I mean, even in the doldrums of this cup hangover, this losing and not winning streak, I've kept the squad happy, which is a very good thing indeed. Yeah, it's funny. I don't ask for much money because what's the point? I'd rather spend the money on players since this isn't a real contract they're paying me, which is always a low thing. But hey, it's nice to know that they really want to tie me up to a big contract. So thank you very much, Vancouver board. Yeah, this brand review of a contract, I cannot wait to get out from under that. But hey, they seem to like my signings of Gantar, Montoya, and Quinones, and why wouldn't they? They've been great. Speaking of players, though, I want to show off this one thing very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. This offer came in here over on the old transfer market, and I was just absolutely stunned by what came in. Why don't you take a look at this offer here? I'd like you to let that sink in for just a moment. Just think about that for just a moment, about what you're seeing here. Bryce Alderson and Franco Lewis, my captain and my second right back, for $300,000 in allocation money, a first-round pick in 2.5 years, and next draft second-round pick. That is insulting beyond belief, even by the AI's usual standards. So that will be straight up refused. Yes, indeed. That is an insulting offer. Let's get rid of that and pretend it never happened. Let's instead go to our latest match history since the previous episode of Blue and White. Let's take a look at what's been happening in ye old world of Vancouver. We start with the first leg of the Champions League final, a 2-0 win over Sporting Kansas City at BC Place. As you can see, the turning point in this match was an early one. An early red card to Paulo Nagamura, 2 yellow cards in 12 minutes. That's going to sink your chances most days. And despite our doldrums in the league, we turned it around in this one. The defense held together and the offense woke up when it needed to. Torres off a set piece, Mane with the dagger. Let's take a look at the goals. Starting off with the corner here. Abu Keats' corner goes near post. Alderson back to Lopez to Torres. Is that not a pretty goal? Tic-tac-toe play. Torres with the 1-0 goal. That is indeed how you want to start a Champions League final. Second goal came not 3 minutes later. Off the goal kick. Looks like Sporting Kansas City has possession. Marcus Beasley, who is being shut down by Franco Lewis the entire match. Great game for Lewis. Gets the ball to Russell Tybert. He gives the ball away, and Beasley gets another crack on his side. He opts to maybe not do it because Lewis has him in his pocket. Montoya and Abu Keat then start the breakout. Abu Keat to Montoya. Mane can't quite get there, so they try it again. This time Saad goes down the right side. Unfortunately for him, Alejandro Garcia, just as effective at shutting down fullback play, and this time Mane takes a step, takes a shot. Thank you very much. 2-0, the 54,000 in attendance. They opened the upper deck at BC Place. We set a gate receipt record, pulling in even more than we did against Cruz Azul in last year's Champions League final. 2-0 is a fantastic start. And that's, considering that we didn't give up any away goals, that's a great way to start a Champions League final when there are 2 legs. So let's go see how that second leg finished, shall we? Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Canada has a Champions League winner. And it is the Vancouver Whitecaps, who are not only the first Canadian side to do so, they are the first MLS to do so during the modern era of CONCACAF Champions League. 3 goals in Sporting Park. Incredible. An early brace from Russell Tybert, a 5-0 aggregate final. Not at all what they were expecting in Kansas City. The loss of Paulo Negamura for this match clearly hurt. And the ability for the Caps to come out with all guns blazing and take this match seriously did the rest for them. So we start off with Tybert being Johnny on the spot, finding the ball in a very, very clumsy defensive play. Tybert makes him pay, and that's already an away goal, and it's already 3-0 on aggregate. 1-0 in the match, but we have more. Tybert, young Canadian, burgeoning prospect. He's past prospect at this point. Rodrigo Mora dives around 3 tackles, and Tybert heads in his hard work. Mora does all the hard work. Tybert immediately rushes over to congratulate him, because why wouldn't you? Mora does the hard work. Tybert applies the finish. 2-0 Vancouver, 4-0 on aggregate, and the final goal. 44th minute. Kansas City trying to get anything to happen. They do the exact wrong thing. They allow Mora to set up Kekuta Mane, who takes a touch through 2 defenders, chases after his own touch, and buries it. 3-0 Vancouver, 5-0 on aggregate. The Vancouver Whitecaps are your CONCACAF Champions League champions! I got an achievement for that too. Very happy with myself. That's not the only extracurricular competition we are involved in. Of course, the first leg of this Canadian Championship, this Voyageurs Cup, has already happened. And let's see how that played out. A 2-1 win at home. Unfortunately, that means Edmonton has an away goal. So a 1-0 result at home for Edmonton gives them the advancement to the next round, and we will be rather embarrassingly bounced from a competition that we love so much. However, we did win the tie, and that's the important part. Paul Sassano sent off in the 60th minute to stop what was looking to be a dangerous rally for the Eddies. Let's take a look at the goals. Starting in the 13th minute, Alejandro Lopez manages to get this ball all alone off the free kick, asleep at the wheel. Edmonton's defense, and Lopez makes no mistake on the empty net. He's onside. Thank you very much. 1-0 Vancouver. Next goal, Ezaki to Clark to Tapia. Manuel Tapia, the draft pick, showing he can do fun goals too. Great strike into the back of the net. 2-0 Vancouver in the 49th minute. Edmonton got their away goal though. They from this Lance Lang long throw, which is as good as a free kick or a corner kick as you could like to, and David Santamaria with the volley hammers it past Michael Weatherstone, and it is 2-1. That's the away goal Edmonton was looking for. Even if you lose, as long as you have that away goal in the back of your pocket, you're doing pretty good. And certainly, Edmonton has to be happy with only being down 1 goal with the home leg to come. While this has all been happening, though, as I mentioned, we've been tanking it in the league. 2 league results to report here, and for once, they're actually positive league results, if you can believe it. A 2-2 draw with Portland, which is very good considering it's a Cascadia derby, and Portland is just running away. I mean, you saw there in the league table, Portland are dominating the Western Conference this year. And they certainly showed that off the start here. Eckersley, who did a lot of the damage here from the right side, gives the ball away. And Vancouver slowly starts to build out from the back. Montoya looks long for Tybert, can't find him. And giving the ball away to Diego Valeria is not a good idea. Juan Bustos, though. Eckersley recovers, but can't stop Kakuta Mane from capitalizing on an Apamoduka giveaway. Thank you very much, Mane, the tricky striker that he is. Gets Vancouver up 1-0 early. Second half, 55th minute. Corner kick. Ball is in the air, and Tyson Wall, who I'd called out in the pre-match press conference as being the weak link, makes me eat my words with the equalizing header. So Tybert, his corner in the 68th minute, is easily headed away by Ka. However, they retain possession. Shane O'Neill and Tino Izaki play the 1-2. Brian Revivo, nice little setup there. Unfortunately, Caleb Clark can't get the shot through the maze of players. Tybert, however, does manage to get the ball back and off the post, off Chris Seitz and in. Little pinball wizard magic there from Tybert as he tried to get the ball back to Caleb Clark for what would have been an easy tap-in. The ball's in the back of the net, so it all worked out in the end. Looking for that 3-1 goal to seal it, though, Vancouver are punished in the 88th minute. Priestley goes out wide to Will Johnson. Richard Eckersley, who'd been doing all the work on the right-hand side for Portland, with a great finish. Past Gantar, into the back of the net. That's the equalizer. Portland get their home point. And to be fair, Vancouver get a road point, which is never a bad thing in Major League Soccer. But they would follow that up not 3 days later at home. And they would thankfully get a long overdue win thanks to Ivan Estrella's long-awaited return to the lineup. He gets the goal in the 84th minute. Vancouver defeats Chivas 1-0 to climb out of 9th and into 8th. I mean, technically they're tied with Chivas, but, you know, whatever. Here's how it happened. Franco Lewis, the throw into Rodrigo Mora, who's been a great depth signing, has to be said. He and Miguel Montoya both. Abu Keat and Jason Holt. Holt, who's been slowly working his way back to fitness as well. Man, the early signs of link play between Quinones and Holt have been great. I can't wait to see what happens when Estrella gets added to that mix. That's going to be a fine combination there. Even Montoya as depth options. But there it is, Quinones to Holt to Estrella. What did I tell you? That's already looked like it's going to be the spine of the midfield for a while, and they absolutely nail it. Now, Chivas, there you can see, they are appealing for offside. Let's see if they are correct. Alright, so Quinones, there's no way anybody there is offside. Holt takes the touch, and he's, ooh, no! Or does! Keeps Estrella onside by a step. Estrella is safe, he is onside, and he is the game-winning goal scorer. There it is. That is the result. As you can see, 27 points for Portland. Getting a draw from them at home is actually not a bad thing. All right, let's go to tonight's featured match. It is going to be the second leg of the Canadian Championship semifinal. A berth in the Voyageurs Cup final is on the line. Let's get our team chosen. Weatherstone will be in net for this one with LeBlanc backing him up. LeBlanc, I apologize, it was LeBlanc, not Weatherstone, in net for the first leg. As goodness knows, I haven't been giving LeBlanc nearly enough minutes. Hopefully that works out for him. So let's build a squad here. Bearing in mind, we have more fixtures coming up. We have a lot more fixtures coming up. Just again, match congestion. Kind of a big deal. So we got Seattle, and that's a big one. We absolutely need to win that, not just for our own sense of confidence, but for the Cascadia Cup. So we got to be careful with our choices here, not overly tire everyone out. Torres, though, I've been managing his minutes very carefully, and it is paying off. He's good to go. Leverone's good to go. That alone should get us the victory. I am going to play Revivo here so we can keep Garcia fresh for that Seattle match. He's been playing so well, has Garcia. Revivo so has not. All right, Beitashour or Lewis? Beitashour or Lewis? I think Lewis. We'll keep Beitashour fresh for Seattle. Mora again? Maybe we will, and we'll bring on Tybert in relief duty. Probably the safest way to do it, make sure our minutes are well managed. Tino Izaki will absolutely get his start here. He's getting good minutes, is this rookie. He's doing very well indeed. Still only 1.5, but he's still got 4-star potential. That has not fallen off Always good to see that when potential tends to stay where it should be. Mane will start this match on the left. We'll have either Tybert come in for him or Tapia. Tapia, I think, would be a good option. Actually, Lopez is a little fitter. We'll go with him. Up front, I don't want to send Estrella there just yet. We'll have Clark. Oops, we'll have Clark in and Estrella on the bench. All right. That leaves us with who do we want to put here? I think Montoya and Alderson I want to leave fresh, so it will be O'Neill. So that means Badischer on the bench, Schmid on the bench, and Alderson on the bench. All right. This should be a walk. This should not be an issue. However, stranger things have happened. Now, Lance Lang appears to have recovered from his injury, though not fully. You can see there he is still weakened. So we're going to be dirty dingus jerks and try to take care of him. I'm a stinker, aren't I? All right. Let's go out there and win this thing. All right, that should do it. Edmonton in there. Looks to be their white kit for the Eddies today. Vancouver in their Arbutus Brown. The rarely used third kits. Revivo with a free kick in the 5th minute hits the wall, though he gets possession back. Torres and Revivo. Now Ezaki. Shane O'Neill. Franco Lewis. O'Neill. Montoya. Torres. Nothing further comes of it. That's fine. As long as they're not scoring on us, I'm happy with that. O'Neill goes long. Mane, sharp angle. Nothing doing. Definitely a hope and a prayer there for Mane to try and score from a sharp angle. Weatherstone goes long. Can't find anyone in a brown jersey, but O'Neill does well to get there. Flying header from O'Neill. Izaki. In trouble there is bailed out by Montoya. Clark and Izaki once again hook up. Good possession here from the Caps. They try to unlock Edmonton's defense. That's a good way to do it there. Up the gut. Izaki. Mora. Finds Clark. Hits the post. That should have been in the back of the net. I agree, FM commentator. That should have been a goal. Well, again, it's not even 15 minutes, so I'll let it slide. Montoya will start things up again. Finds Mora. Gives it to Clark. Back to Mora. Great save by O'Neill Wilson, actually. That was a very good diving save. Mora denied the goal. Revivo's corner. Headed in. Oh, no! Hertel! A goal-saving clearance. What looked to be a header to the back of the net by Jonathan Torres. Edmonton not going away without a fight here. Let's keep an eye on our fitness here. Lang with that long throw. It's a weapon, but this time Santa Maria hits the post. Nearly a carbon copy play. Weatherstone grabs the cross from the second attempt. That's just sending it long for Mane. Nothing doing. Padilla. Long. Torres is there. Montoya. Izaki. Clark. Mora. Looks for Clark. Sharp angle, nothing doing. Second attempt, save. Mane's on the doorstep, but can't get there. Vancouver's 8th shot on net before the 40th minute mark. Revivo. Corner's headed away by Edson Edwards. Second attempt. Punched away by Edward. Right back in good form for his club. Good form for his country, too, if it comes to that. You recall I recently called him up to the Canadian national team, just as a depth signing, see what he could do, or depth call-up, I should say. He acquitted himself nicely against Guatemala, must be said. I believe it was Guatemala that I called him up for. I think he saw the pitch. He might have just been on the bench now that I really think about it. Point is, I called up Edson Edward and it didn't backfire on me, so let's go with that. Santa Maria. Good ball forward for Padilla, and Padilla has the goal that equalizes the tie. That is not what Vancouver wanted, since now Edmonton wins on away goals if this score stands, being outshot 10-4. Edmonton have found a way. That is not what I wanted to see. Get in there and win this thing. Please. Vancouver now needs a goal. A draw will not hold them. Revivo with the throw-in now to Mane. Izaki. Montoya and Izaki. Plays in Mane. Crossed. Clark's header is wide. Clark has not done nearly enough today. I think this is where we bring in Estrella. Alright, Estrella, you have a half hour. Make the difference. Shoot. That's not good. Alright, Montoya will move up. Alderson will come in. Izaki's free kick first, over the bar. And that would have been something if he scored while injured. Alright, I think now we bring on Tybert. For whom? Mane's been okay. Mora is the lower option here. On, we need to get this goal. Do I have the horses to go hammerhead? I might actually. Can't belay that. Tybert to Montoya. To Mane! Saved by Wilson. Another fine save there by O'Neill Wilson. That could have been the goal. Alrighty. I think this is where we go hammerhead, because this is starting to scare me. And by starting to scare me, I mean we are in grave danger of losing this. Alright. Tybert goes on the left. Mane goes up front. Then swaps sides with Estrella. Montoya goes out to the right. And we then say to the opposition, we don't really care about the rest of this. Just, you know, we have other fish to fry is what I'm saying. All right. Field. All right. Overload. Get everything forward, please. Go route 1. Lewis to Torres. Alderson to Montoya. Estrella. Back to Lewis. Alderson gives it away, but recovers. Mane. Ball falls. Alderson over the bar. Four minutes of stoppage time. Tybert. Alderson. O'Neill can't get there. Torres. Lewis. O'Neill. Hammered downfield. And that's it. FC Edmonton have stunned us with a 1-0 home leg win. I'm honestly, I'm just stunned. I am just absolutely stunned. I put in, honestly, Torres should have been able to shut down that goal Weatherstone is not a slouch. That was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Wow. That was horrible. Well, we will not be getting 4 Voyageurs Cups in a row, though I suppose on the plus side, it does alleviate some of our match fixture congestion. That is embarrassing all the same. So FC Edmonton versus Toronto FC will be the final. The Voyageurs Cup for the right to enter Champions League. Oh boy. That was, that was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Well, that doesn't mean we can focus on getting our league situation back in order. And we will aim to do that next time on Blue and White. Thank you all for watching, everyone. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to subscribe and follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rituro if you're watching live, or if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, youtube.ca/SteelSwords. Of course, you can always reach out to me on Twitter @ThatRituroGuy. Don't be afraid, I don't bite, normally. Anyway, this has been Blue and White. My name is Rituro. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.